Not sure why I keep losing reception, but I don't want you guys to miss anything. Whoever's watching, I'll give it a minute, but this is ridiculous. Go ahead, go around me. I can't believe how beautiful it is turning out to be today. The sun. All right. All right, can you guys see okay? All right, here we go. I don't know what happened. My reception. So if that happens again, I'm just gonna like go out and come back in, because waiting for it to come back is ridiculous. So we're coming up around to Big Round Top. Greg, I promise you in June I will run up it. I don't have the proper running. So here's Big Round Top. You can actually walk up Big Round Top. A lot of people say they have experiences up at the top of Big Round Top. Now you have to keep in mind you're up higher, so people are like, you know, oh, it's colder up there. Obviously it's gonna be colder up there. You're elevated a little bit more, but I mean, I've only been up there once, and it was before I was an investigator, so who knows. But this is we're gonna come around to Little Round Top. Now, wait till you, oh, it doesn't look that, it looks bad. All right, so go ahead. All right, thanks. So here we're coming up to Little Round Top. There's a time where you come here. I love when the military is here, and you see the military guys walking all around, like learning and talking about the battle, the strategies. I'm going to use a Bush term, the strategery of, you know, the Union Army here. But we're gonna park, and then I'll park on the side over here instead of in one of the parking spots. All right. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't have my seatbelt on. All right, we'll go to a Little Round Top, and then we'll go to the 20th Main. So the 20th Main also, I also smelled maple back there, and I didn't know why I would smell maple. And I did some digging, and I found somewhere. Now I don't know if this is true or not, so anybody can correct me. I read somewhere, and like I had to do some digging, so I don't know how true this is, but I had read that the soldiers then could use maple from the trees. Now, were there maple trees around? I don't know. So they would use the maple from the trees to kind of close their wounds if they didn't have anything, which is interesting because I had no idea. But walking back to the 20th May Monument, it smelled like maple syrup to me. That was the, all right. Let me lock my car. All right, ready? How you doing? This is the best view in this entire park. And I wish I was going to be here for sunset. Well, you know, you never know if it's going to set. I've fallen asleep on this rock. There's Devil's Den down there. I want to move here so bad. But this is the rock right here. This is my rock right here. And if it's taken, take that one. Can you guys hear me? Oh, my jacket. I don't know if you can hear my hair. It's windy. Can you guys hear okay? Can you hear me? Why isn't my phone letting me zoom? This is, you go up here for the fall foliage, you come up here for the sunset. This is my little piece of heaven right here. Now you guys know. Show you guys something. So Vincent Strong was shot and killed here. Right here. Miss Spooktown. Cool because those rocks right there are pictured in that one thing down there. Exactly the same. strategic location. Left flank from the Union Army. They could, yeah. Yeah. And I believe, Greg, I feel like when they first got here, the rebels, they talked about taking this hill, and Lee didn't want to for some reason. Thank you for your service. I always have brave men and women in the military, I would not be my exercises in today. Awesome is my downfall is I have no sense of direction at all. Zero sense of direction. And the park does such an amazing job with spelling it out for you. You know, they put the signs up. You have little signs you can read, and it shows you who was where, and I still can't grasp it. I can't. It's General Warren. I mean, it goes on for days. He's a very photographed monument. If you've ever seen pictures of I'm getting some pictures too. But basically you can crawl down. I mean, if you have like the balls and stuff, I mean the right shoes, you can go anywhere. I mean, I think there are some places that you're not allowed to go, but it's very few. I would think that would be more privately owned areas. I do know, so I heard this too, and again, I talk to a lot of people that live in town, so, I mean, I get stories and stuff, but I heard, here I go, I'm going to jump. Yeah, it's not that far, but... Anyway, that there was a man who bought a house in the park, and he wound up finding 27 unmarked Confederate graves in his backyard. Because once you own the land, you can relic hunt. How am I going to get the hell back up here? Longstreet and Hood took initiative. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thanks, Greg. I thought that. I'm scared. Like, I'm a little scared. All right, here I go. Watch out. Oh, my God. I look like a baby right now. All right. So, yeah. So, that's one side of Little Round Top. But then, you got to actually walk down here to see where Joshua Chamberlain and his boys were at. So I think I gotta. My son climbed on the horn. Yeah, I mean, you know, if you do it innocently, you know, it's one thing. But the problem is that people, you know, jump on the rocks and everything. You'll see that at Devil's Den all the time, you know. And they just have no control over their kids, nor do they care. Like, they have no respect for where they're at. I know they're big, huge boulders, rocks, or whatever, but to me, this is hollow ground. It doesn't matter. Men died on those rocks. Men and women, even women. And, like, there were people that were, little boys that were 13 lied about their age so they could fight for their country. I can't imagine any 13-year-old doing that today. So we're walking down to the 20th Maine Monument. What do I got here? I hope I'm not shaking the camera too much. I have to go. Thank you again. Oh, awesome. Thanks, Becky. Thank you for joining me. I know it's long, but if you can come back later and watch, come back later and watch it. It's awesome. I do these only so that I hope that it brings more people to this wonderful town to learn about this country's history. So as you're walking in, it gives you a little bit of a... If you watch the movie Gettysburg, it basically depicts what happened here. So here we go. So like I said, I was back here. I heard a snare drum. I heard... Which, what a sucky job to have. Did the musicians then, did the band people, did they have weapons? Because I'd much rather have a pistol than a snare drum. But okay, I mean, everybody's job was important. I know they had there's a reason for it, but nah, I don't know. I wouldn't want to. So anyway, so I heard a snare drum back here, and I also got that AVP when I said, "Are you from Pennsylvania?" And they said, "No, Maine." So here's back where 20th Maine was, where they did the bayonets. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? I gotta get a picture. This is a future Good Morning America. It's starting to get a little warmer, awesomely. So when you walk back here, there's all kinds of trails. Yeah, sign. That would suck. That would suck. I'd be like, I feel like I got the flu coming on. I don't know. You might not want me. I can't hear tunes very well. I might mess up. So I have a thing for Joshua Chamberlain, just so you guys know. So this is one of my favorite monuments. So Chamberlain, from what I hear, has, after the war, he would come back to Little Round Top on the anniversaries. And he did that up until 1913. He came back and would just come here and I guess honor, what his boys have went through, how they made it. Those that didn't make it. So you see there's like trails down there you could walk. What's up, Josh? In the movie, the Gettysburg movie, if you ever saw it, his brother was actually with him. And he used to call him Lawrence. I gotta give a moment of silence for her. So with me not having any sense of direction, it's like really hard for me to understand who was coming from where and how. It's just, it doesn't connect. What's this guy doing? Hi, how are you? Everybody's so nice here. It's so different than Jersey. That's why I love coming here. All right. So you can walk down that trail there. Now where I smelled the maple syrup, it was just up here to my right. It was so strong. It was like I literally walked into a bubble of maple syrup. If I took one step forward, I couldn't smell it. But if I moved back, I could smell it. It was so weird. Probably one of the weirder experiences I've had. Oh, look at it. It's funny because I never actually ever looked at this sign. The short walk in front of you leads to the secluded 20th May Monument. Oh, okay. So, yeah. So, this is just saying if you were going forward. There's my boy. Oh, yeah, look, right? It says it here. What you said. It was probably So again, I don't know how true that is, that they used maple to close wounds if they didn't have anything. I don't know. But that is what when I researched, that's what I found. All right. There's a lot of people here. And it's turned out to be a gorgeous day. That's the sound you hear when I back up. I'm getting my steps in. There's gonna be a whole bunch of people piling out of this bus. We're getting out at the right time. Actually, these are pretty cool because sometimes I sit in on the history tour that the guide is telling. These two, yeah, water things in their backpacks. All right. I always think, like, if there are like spirit soldiers, what they must think about the cars, all the cars, and all the people. Now it's hot because the sun's out. Woo! All right, good. Here we go. Now, if I had more time, I would be getting out at all the, hold on. All right, here we go. Now we're coming around to Devil's Den. And it's apparently why it is called Devil's Den is because it actually used to be an Indian reservation, or an Indian, reservation. And there's black snakes that were supposedly poisonous that lived in these rocks. And the Indians, called these black snakes the devil. And they lived in the rocks, so therefore it got its name Devil's Den. It had nothing to do with the Civil War. Supposedly. All right. Oh, sorry. So pretty. It's so pretty. Some of the monuments, man. If I had more time, I'd be showing you some of these like cool monuments that are everywhere. I mean, I have some favorites. So to go straight is to go out. You can go right. It's a private residence, but you're allowed to go up there because there's monuments all the way up. But then to go left, we're gonna go to Devil's Den. Again, this is another area that's usually highly populated when there's, a lot of people are, like I said, there's a lot of places that people come to all the time where so gorgeous. so peaceful. Let me get a picture really quick. Because that's a good picture. All right. Greg, you're a trooper, Greg. You literally, if you don't have a top fan badge, you should have like 15 top fan badges. You do have a top fan badge, but you should have like 15 because you are like a trooper. I love it. So that is where we just were. See the tower up there? We walked up there. That's how far away we are from that. And we literally just... So I went to Antietam for a day because it's 45 minutes from here. And I was here for 10 days and I went to